Hi, this is Dan from Rocket Tools, and I often get jazzed up when I find out about a new website or a software that I don't know anything about. And this one has the potential to really kind of revolutionize the way that I do Zoom. I'm a horrible note taker, and if I take notes, I can't ever find them later. People will often record a Zoom and they send it to me, but who wants to watch a Zoom a second time? I mean, to be honest with you, you really didn't want to sit through it the first time. So I'm going to introduce you to the software, and let me share my screen for you real quick so you can take a look at it. The software is called, it pulled up here. It's called Fathom. And it may be something that you're already familiar with, but for me, the installation of this into Zoom was crazy easy. And I've used it on almost every call that I've done today. So the way this works is that you connect it to your Zoom and you can set different settings in it. And the settings basically are going to allow you to connect it to Slack if that's what you want to do. You can also set these recording settings. And what this software is going to do is it's going to record the Zoom, which is in and of itself kind of a cool thing, but it's also going to transcribe the recording, and it's going to use artificial intelligence to be able to assign the voices in the Zoom to the right speaker and give you a transcript of the recording. And I'll show you something at the end, which is even more cool than that. So the way I set this up is that I basically have set it up to where it's going to auto record all of my scheduled meetings. So if I schedule a meeting, it's going to be auto recorded. It's going to send consent so that there's a consent sent out to the people that are attendees so that they know they're being recorded. I think that's the polite thing to do. And it's going to basically give me a notification banner to let me know that it's being recorded as well. And then when you go back out and look at these call recording, let me get out of the settings section here for just a second. Back over to where we were. Here's a list of the calls that I've done today. And let me just open up one. I got actually interviewed by my former college about being in an alumni spotlight in their yearbook. Crazy. I think they could have found someone better, but that's who they decided to focus on. And we recorded a Zoom today, and she was taking notes. And I said, wait a minute, you don't really have to do that because look at what the software did. This is a little bit of the video. I don't know if you're going to be able to see any of it, but it recorded the video and the typical kind of thing that would occur on Zoom. And that's cool. So the video is recorded. But the really interesting thing is that it assigned our name, and if you can see my pointer here on the screen, it assigned our name next to our text. So here's the question that she asked. So what happened after your practice? And I said, well, I started practicing. I loved it. It was amazing, but several things, kind of happened. And so basically it's going to record this conversation of this interview that I was able to send her later. And I can copy this transcript and I can send it to her. And that's what I did. I sent her an email with a transcript. It can actually create a copy summary of the transcript specifically for Gmail. So if you're using for Gmail, that will actually work. It'll put a list of the questions from that interview up here. So she asked me, what happened after your practice? Were you at Tarleton at the same time as Steve McCoy? That's her grandfather. It's standard and boring corporate headshot. That's what I told her. I said, yes, that's what I'm going to send you for the Grasper. But the really interesting thing about this software, which has been out for a little while, is this button here called the AI summary. And on the AI summary, by using regenerative technology, they took my interview and actually took that text and converted it into a summary document, which basically 5 paragraphs from about a 30-minute meeting. For me, this is pretty amazing to get a summary of a meeting after it's done. And if you want more detail, you can go back and look at the whole transcript. If you really want to know the context, you can go back and look at the entire video. So thought I would kind of give you an idea about Fathom. It is certainly a big company tool that you can use in your small business. And I'm going to tell you, when I talk to my clients and we want to capture that information and for them to refer to it later, I'm certainly going to use it. So I hope you've enjoyed this little short video on something that kind of made my day.